Right now, from KTAB News, your local election headquarters, this is Big Country Politics.
Thanks so much for being here for BCP. I'm Travis Ruiz, and we start our broadcast with the latest on COVID-19. Texas businesses now questioning whether to follow the state or the feds. Governor Greg Abbott issuing an executive order this last week banning any entity in Texas from mandating receiving the COVID vaccine. The Biden administration already issuing an executive order requiring federal contractors to get the shot. The president also instructing OSHA to create a rule that would mandate businesses with 100 or more employees to get vaccinated. That new rule has not yet been written. As KTAB Austin Bureau correspondent Maggie Glenn reports, the governor is fighting back, saying the federal government does not have that power.
Both Texas-based Southwest and American Airlines will stick with the federal government's vaccine guidance. Southwest pointed to a section in the president's executive order saying federal action supersedes any state mandate or law.
If you're a business that falls within the federal mandate, you'll go ahead and do that or continue to do that. If you're somebody who's inclined to resist this, well, the governor has given those folks some degree of rationale, if not completely legal cover.
U.S. Senator John Cornyn says he's waiting to see how state lawmakers handle it, since the governor also added the topic to this special session's agenda.
As a recovering lawyer and a recovering judge and former attorney general, I think the limitations placed on government by our Constitution are important to protecting our individual freedom. So I think that debate will occur where it needs to occur, which is in the halls of the legislature.
Transparency is not always evident in an executive order. When you have it legislative lawmaking, you have open hearings, you bring in experts, you bring in both sides of the coin.
Representative James White says Biden's executive orders are unconstitutional, which is why he thinks Texas has this authority.
That is the government using businesses as an agent to actually achieve something that the government wants to achieve.
But Democrats say the same of the governor's order.
I think the governor has far exceeded his power under the Emergency Act here in Texas.
Either way, it's expected to end up in the courts. In Austin, with coverage you can count on, Maggie Glenn, KTAB News.
And right now, there's only less than 1 week left in that current special session, so not much time to put the governor's order into law, but similar bills have already been filed, and one is actually being heard this week. All right, will there be a pill to treat coronavirus? Drug maker Merck is asking the FDA for authorization to treat the virus with a pill it has created. This as the number of cases and deaths is coming down. The general public are growing more and more comfortable with returning to normal activities. KTAB's Monica Madden explains what experts are predicting for the future of what this virus will be.
They are sounds and sights of what we once called normal.
I haven't seen a whole lot of masks here today.
A roaring stadium for Saturday college football. And a return to live music festivals, things that now feel like privileges.
It was honestly really sad that we couldn't go last year, but I'm really glad to be here this year.
But with a closer look, reminders of the COVID-19 pandemic still present after a grim summer wave.
This last variant was so contagious, the Delta variant.
The state's top epidemiologist says it's hard to determine how long COVID-19 will remain in our communities, but history might give us an idea.
We're going to have to rebuild things just like they did after the 1918 flu pandemic. Kids are behind on their immunizations. Kids' educations were impacted. Manufacturing around the world has been impacted. And so there's a whole lot of recovery that still needs to happen. But as far as the virus circulating, I think that it will become less impactful to our lives.
This has been incredibly taxing for our healthcare system.
Dallas physician Dr. John Carlos says the idea of the COVID-19 pandemic becoming an endemic, a disease that never goes away, is daunting for an already burnt out healthcare system and society.
I hope we don't get to that point where we sort of are settled with the idea that this coronavirus exists as what we'd sort of see as our flu seasons. I think the key differences in my mind is the mortality rate.
He also says herd immunity has to be a global goal.
We're not where we need to be in many places throughout the world, which gives us an ever-present risk, new transmissions coming back into our communities, but new variants.
Now, both doctors do agree that there are tools to help us get through the worst of the pandemic. When you call 911, you want to know that help is on the way and fast. For residents in rural parts of the Big Country and the Heartland, help is often too far away. Right now in Hawley and in Jones County, leaders are discussing the potential to bring emergency services to their town again. KTAB's Mercedes Hernandez was there as they got some answers from a local paramedic.
On Tuesday night, Hawley City leaders made some early moves to ensure that their residents have access to emergency medical services in this very rural part of the Big Country. Tuesday night, a representative from MetroCare Abilene answered a few questions from the city's council. This is more so a Q&A presentation. No true figures like costs of arranging a partnership with MetroCare were shared. The MT that was answering questions expressed his desire to make sure Hawley had access to those emergency services as he's a resident here, something the council says it is very much concerned about as the city's population is older. That being said, though, the mayor says that the city is keeping all of their options open at this time in regard to emergency services.
I had some concerns, citizens that had been chiming on Facebook, community page and stuff about not having an ambulance service here. I guess there was some calls and it's taking time for an ambulance service when you call. We do have elderly people here, and we need to have an ambulance service that's close by. I mean, we're 15 miles from Abilene, 10 miles from Anson, so we're kind of stuck in the middle as far as ambulance services.
This meeting could have also paved the way for future training for Hawley VFD firefighters who, in theory, could be closer by if an Abilene MetroCare unit was not nearby. The MT at this Tuesday night meeting trading info with all the council members, including one that's on the VFD. Again, these are still some extremely early moves, but of course, we'll keep watching them for you. In Hawley, I'm Mercedes Hernandez. Back to you.
All right, certainly an important service there. Hawley's mayor says the city has been in contact with Stanford EMS and an independent ambulance startup led by an EMT formerly with Anson's service before it was disbanded. There is no set timeline for when the city would pick an emergency service. All right, when we come back here on Big Country Politics, we have an interview with a man who is a big part of our station here at KTAB. We're talking about Victor Sotelo, and he's celebrating 20 years with the station, his experiences, and specifically with politics. That's when we come back. We're back in 2 minutes.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
All right, welcome back to BCP, and this is a man that we really don't need to introduce here. He's with you a lot of the times here on Big Country Politics, Victor Sotelo, and he's my right-hand man, our assistant news director, and you've been a reporter and an anchor here with the station, and you are celebrating 20 years, my friend. So how does that feel?
20 years. I've been asked that a lot in the last couple of days, and it just does not feel like 20 years. I posted it on my Facebook page. If you do what you love, it doesn't feel like work, and that's exactly what this is. It's a job that I love, and coming to work, and one of the reasons I love is because you just don't know what's going to happen that day. Every day is different.
Every day is different. And Vic, when you started 20 years ago, did you think that on your 20th anniversary, if you would have lasted that long, I guess, did you think you'd be covering the majority of your time right now is talking about a pandemic, a worldwide pandemic? Did you ever think we'd be covering something like this?
And I've thought about this too, and you start thinking about things like this as you approach 20 years, 25 years, 30, anything like that, an even number, about the things that I have covered and kind of how everything has changed now. And I didn't think I would be covering a pandemic. Now you hear about these things, you watch conspiracy videos on YouTube or whatever, and then here it is. We're right in the middle of it, and it's our job to cover it and to relay information about the things we're going through in this community to our viewers. And again, it's one of the reasons I love this job, because we are experiencing this unprecedented time in our country, in Texas, in Taylor County, in Abilene, and it's our job to be in the middle of it and help people through it.
I think what you bring up is an important part of the philosophy that we have at KTAB, is that we're not just up here telling stories. We're kind of in the trenches with you, and something that I personally, as your colleague, have grown to love is that you are literally in the trenches with people. And Vic, you've seen a lot from, you know, the tornado is something memorable that we've both been through, you know, in the last 5 years. But speak on that. You know, you live right here in this community, you raise your kids here, and this isn't just you telling the news, it's your stuff too.
And I think the perfect example of this is last winter, and we're coming up on another winter here. Last winter, when everybody was just going, I mean, people had no electricity, people had no water, people were cold in their homes and trying to find ways to stay warm and to keep their family warm. Well, me and my family were doing the same thing. Travis, you and I were driving around during the winter storm.
The first morning of it, yeah.
The first morning of it, and we passed by my neighborhood, and my neighborhood was dark. There was no electricity in my neighborhood, and so we were going through the same things that everybody was.
Yeah, we couldn't find food or anything either.
Yeah, exactly. We put in the living room. We turned on our stove. We put our couches together, and we huddled.
Yeah.
Woke up and came to work.
We're right there with you, right? So. Let's talk about some of the most memorable stories that you've been through. When you think back on your career of 20 years here, what do you think of?
So many. Nancy Chavez, the baby, the 3-month-old, I guess it was, who was kidnapped in the Walmart parking lot. That was early in my career. Jennifer Servo, who's been in the news lately. This is the reporter that worked at KRBC, our sister station. We're in the same building as many people know now.
19 years ago, yeah.
They are our colleagues, and I covered that story. I remember doing live shots from Jennifer Servo's apartment, outside of her apartment. You know, just all kinds of Rodney Holder, our Guns and Hoses blood drive. You know, who the police officer who died in a motorcycle accident on Sales. I mean, that's another huge story, and it continues to be. So many stories when I think back. Like you said, we chased tornadoes, caught some tornadoes on camera. Been up in air balloons. I've been up in a C-130 hanging out of the back of it with the mouth of it open, shooting 2 other C-130s flying over.
Wow.
And just so many things that this job has given me an opportunity to do that I would never otherwise have. Spending a week in Camp Pendleton with Marines.
Very
covering
cool.
Katrina.
So many different things, and right here on your local news. Vic, why have you chosen to, you know, in our business, I think it's no secret to our audience at home, but it's no secret that people come and go, and Abilene is a stepping stone, and I think while people do love Abilene, it is a stepping stone to bigger markets, and you've chosen to continue to make this your home. Why?
Well, because I was born and raised here. This is where, you know, I went to school. This is where all my mistakes, this is where all my triumphs, everything.
Yeah, it is. It certainly is a special
where
place,
everything
right?
Was, yeah.
Yeah, so it makes it all that more special to cover those stories and our challenges and our triumphs of the entire community, right?
Yeah. Yes, exactly. This is. And so my family's here. It was an easy decision to stay here. I've had opportunities to move to bigger markets, but you know, and I'm going to show my bias here. My kids wanted to go to Abilene High. My son wanted to play football. So we stayed.
You're a family guy, so I think that's important for our viewers to notice. When we come back, we're going to talk more about some of Victor's most memorable stories in the last 20 years and all the crazy politics. I think we can call it crazy politics that we've covered. And you can't even believe it. We're on year three and a half, I think, of this show.
This show.
BCP, yeah, that's right.
Wow.
We'll be right back.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
All right, 20 years of Victor Sotelo here at KTAB News. Tell me about day one of walking into this job and why.
I will never forget day one because I was born and raised here, watching the news, watching Bob, watching David Bacon, and I walk in and there's Bob. That is, and knowing that you're gonna be working for somebody that you grew up watching and that so many people know, and you're gonna be learning from him, and just it was surreal seeing Bob walking in on day one. It was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it is a really cool thing to be able to work alongside the people that you grew up watching. And, you know, I'll say this, a lot of we call them kids now. There are reporters who come in and they learn. Tell me what it's like seeing these reporters come through and you're helping them, you're guiding them as a mentor. What is it like seeing them go on?
Well, and it's special, I think. And one thing, and I'll get back to Bob Bartlett real quick. I tell reporters, the new reporters who come through here, you said it's a stepping stone, and it is. They move on to bigger markets from here. But I tell them, go talk to Bob as often as you can and get what you can from here before you leave. Because as you know, Bob has tenure here. He's
42 years.
He's been a newsman for that long, and
50 years here in Abilene.
That does not exist in a lot of places anymore, and you're not going to get that kind of insight anywhere else, I don't think. And when reporters move on, they take that with them, and that it's exciting to see them move on and to see them on Twitter, on Facebook, in their new markets and thriving in their new markets, in big markets, and that's the coolest part of my job right now.
Yeah, it's good to make an impact on their lives.
That's right.
How they cover the news.
That's right.
20 years ago when you started, Al Gore hadn't invented the internet yet. Of course, Al Gore didn't, as we know, but he hadn't invented the internet yet. So the internet has obviously changed our business a lot, and social media and all of that. You know, what do you think about the state of our business, and why is what we do so important still?
It's changed so much just from I feel like it's been a short time since I've been here because I said it just goes by so fast. The way we get our information, the way we relay our information to each other and to our viewers has changed. They get it much faster. We put it out much faster. So the way we gather it, the way we relay it, and we have to watch the way we relay it because it is faster. And I think that's something that new reporters are having to wrestle with, is being accurate and being fast.
Yeah, and accuracy, as we know, and what we preach here, accuracy is
more important
first.
Than anything.
Yeah,
that's right.
Accuracy is first. We don't have to be first, but accuracy is
accurate. You got to be accurate.
Yeah, and talking about social media, you know, it's kind of, you know, it's no secret people rely on social media and online stuff, but local news is still important, right?
Local news is very important. I would say probably more, maybe it's not more important, it just feels that way right now. It's always been important. I don't want to say it's more important because it's always been very important. When people right now are paying so much attention to the nation and the state because so much is going on, it's on us to let people know what's going on in their own communities, city council meetings, school board meetings, you know, planning and zoning, all of these meetings, that local things that affect us right here, right now, and here in Abilene and in the big country.
20 years ago, 9/11 had just happened. You started on October 11th, 2001, so 1 month after 9/11. So that must have been a crazy time. George W. Bush was our president, and we're now several presidents after that. Describe kind of the world of politics and kind of how that's come into play.
You mentioned social media, and I'm sure people are aware of this. Imagine 9/11 if Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of the social media, you know, platforms out there were as prevalent as they are then, and it can be divisive, it can be uniting. all at the same time, and that is exciting. It's scary. It's all of those things, and that's why news right now is so important. And I'll say one more thing about social media and platforms, and I tell this to new reporters all the time. Yes, we can depend on that. We can look to that to find stories. But there's nothing, and I'll say this, there's nothing like boots on the ground, going to talk to people, seeing people, stopping by and talking to them, going to the courthouse, finding out what's going there, talking to our local elected officials, going to city council meetings. Nothing like that. And I think that's still valuable.
And Zoom has showed us that there's nothing like that. Obviously, we become more reliant on technology more than ever now. But social media and Zoom people,
interviews.
And everyone has a story. And I know that's a big thing that you've kind of pushed here in the newsroom, right?
Yeah, that's right. And they do. You know, you can, and here's the only way I can describe this, and I tell this to reporters all the time. You're driving down the road with somebody's driving you. You can either look down at your phone and see what's going on there, or you can be heads up and you can look around as you're driving past whatever, as you're driving through Abilene. And that's where I think stories come from. When you see something and you pull over and you find, oh, what's that? You know, people at home, they're going to lunch, they're coming back from lunch, they're going to work, they're going to pick up kids, and they see something on the side of the road. They don't have time to stop. It's our job to stop and find out what's going on and let people know.
Find out that story. You get recognized in public a lot, Vic. And, you know, what does it mean for you when someone comes up and says, hey, I've been watching you for 20 years. I love the work you do. It just happened the other day.
Yeah, it does. It happens all the time at the grocery store, and I appreciate it. I love talking to people, and quite frankly, it's a way that we get stories. People stop, they recognize, you know, somebody, and they talk to us, or they just say hi. There's nothing like that.
And you're just an everyday guy who gets to tell the news.
As a matter of fact, if you probably see me out in the store, I'll probably have a dirty shirt on and dirty shoes, and I would have been, you know, going to the store real quick for something from the house if it's not during work hours. And yeah, absolutely.
He's always doing that. Well, Vic, it's a pleasure working with you every day, and I know I speak on behalf of all of our colleagues together that it's a pleasure, and I know our viewers love watching you too. So thank you for 20 years here at KTAB.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. We'll be right back.
Big Country Politics on KTAB continues.
And that does it for this week's edition of Big Country Politics. As always, go to bigcountryhomepage.com for the latest on all things politics. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Thanks for watching.